like I said, if there are things, inshallah I will discuss. Achha, can we go back to syllabus? If you don't have any further question, can we resume back? Okay. So we were here, and I think so I'm now recording as well. Yeah. So use appropriate table attributes, including to adjust the cells to span more than one cell to a column to set tables. Okay, spanning basically means that if I select this, and let's say if I merge this, now this particular row that you have is spanning into two columns. And if you look at the coding of this, what happened? You can see over here is, let me open up the split. So you see over here is, in the last column that we have, TR may, there is TD. Okay? In this TD, we have entered over here is column span 2. What does it mean? It means that this, yeah, exactly. So this column has been spanned into 2. Now, if I obviously select all 3 of them, and if I merge from here, this will say is column span 3. I hope you got my point. That how much do we want to, or obviously there will be cases where we want to do that. In the same way, if we can column span, we can obviously do the row span. So if I select this to these two, just these two, and I can merge these. So I have over here is now row span. This column has been into span 2 rows. Those rows ko hua span. So rows tak ja hai. You get my point?
So it explains how many cells we have.
Absolutely. So obviously, if we merge this way, we are spanning the rows. If we merge this way, we are spanning the columns. Yeah, column span and row span. Please note it down because you will be practicing all these things today. You're practicing all these topics today, by all means. ठीक हो गया? Right. Next. चलें? Online students, any problem?
No, sir.
Okay. Use attributes, table attributes, including to adjust cells to span more than one row column, to set table cell sizes to in terms of pixels or percentage. Very important. If I set the size of this entire table to 100%, it means that if I open up this in any particular browser or in tablet, PC, phone, it will always be 100% of the screen. You get my point? 100%. But if I write over here is instead of 100%, I just write 100 and I write px or just leave it like that. It will be 100 pixels. And if I press F12 to view this in the browser, this means this is only 100 pixels. It means 100 pixels. Because my screen right now is 1024 pixel wide, 1024 pixel wide. So out of this 100 is only this much. You get my point? This means if I make it 1024 ka half, kya hoga?
512.
And if I press F12, this means this is not 1024. Check kar lete hain. इसका वाला इसकी width 1024 नहीं है. You can see over here is. Did I cancel something? Okay, no. It's a 1280.
So sir, it will be 640. 640. So it basically depends on the screen resolution of the electronic.
Yeah. Now this is half of the screen. You get the point? So you should know all this. This is all important. Then the point is, why is it important to define at times in pixels, and why is it important to define percentage? Percentage का तो आपको पता चल गया ना कि whenever you want it to spread over the entire screen, you use percentage. Pixels will be defined whenever you have to work more with accuracy. A scale of 1 to 1280 is more accurate, or a scale of 1 to 100 is more accurate. A scale of 1 to 1280. जितने यूनिट्स ज्यादा होंगे उतनी एक्यूरेसी ज्यादा होगी, जितने यूनिट्स कम होंगे उतनी एक्यूरेसी कम होगी. Yes or no? So you get my point. So एक्यूरेसी का मतलब ये मैं और डिफाइन कर देता हूँ. You have an image की width है 488 pixels. उसी के नीचे you want a table जो उसी size का table हो, उसी size का. So I have to define my tables of pixels. I can't do percentage. You get my point? Sure? So accuracy जब deal करते हैं, we deal with pixels. 1% is fine for everyone. If examiner can ask you this is why you should know. Clear or not?
Percentage is correct.
Yes. अच्छा, your revision ज़्यादा अच्छी नहीं हो रही. We're covering every point. अगर मैं randomly करूँगा ना, तो फिर वही होगा नहीं सर नहीं समझ आएगी. यहाँ आपको पता है हम क्या कर रहे हैं और ये मैंने जनवरी में करना था मैंने आपको बताया था. I told. ठीक है? Okay. So, percentage to apply styles to tables to meet the need of audience. We have done that. We applied styles. Yeah, CSS की बात करें, styles की बात करें. We done that. Use software tools to appropriate place the content of the web page. Insert appropriate objects into the web page, including text. Yes, beta.
So how does it change the size?
Oh yeah. Okay. For example, you want to change this. हाँ, मैं खुद coding prefer करता हूँ. You're right. Coding में जाके you can come here. You can even select this and you can find the width and the height. For example, like 80 and 80. But at times, if it doesn't work, you can go to the coding and you click here. यहाँ आके define कर दो width and height. Define the width and height. Yeah, I agree. This will be a bit more time consuming. मगर इसका फायदा है कि at least you know what you're doing. और एक और बात भी है. At times ऐसा भी होगा कि you have defined everything, मगर still आपको feel होता है मेरा table से display नहीं हो रहा. वो इसलिए होता है कि when you put all the content in the table, at the end you will see. Just be sure कि have you entered the right values and you proceed further. When you end up with the final thing, you will know. और ये obviously if you have attempted the past papers, आप कर अपने किए होंगे, आपको idea हो जाएगा with experience कि हाँ हो जाएगा से I know at the end success हो जाएगा. अगर आप प्रैक्टिस नहीं की होगी then you will get scared ये क्या हो रहा है. वो ऐसा तो सिचुएशन नहीं है. I don't think ऐसा कोई बच्चा होगा मेरी क्लास में जो ऐसा ना करे. वो जाते भी हैं. I can't say ऐसे भी होते हैं. मेरे स्टूडेंट भी ऐसे होते हैं. I can't bluff. अल्लाह माफ करे. I'm not staring at you. I'm just staring at the monitor. The back. Just staring at the monitor. Yeah. Okay. Remember one thing. You know when we're talking about something, whenever you go for a job or when you wear first impression is the last impression. Remember that. Actually, is try to create a good impression. This is why we say कि जब theory question आंसर करते हैं हम उनके पहले 4-5 क्वेश्चन सबसे आसान होते हैं. And what if a student commits a mistake in those questions? What will the examiner say? इसको तो यही नहीं आता आगे क्या आएगा? और उसने क्या करना है फिर आपके क्वेश्चन बहुत और चेक करने हैं. And this is what I do as well. जिसको इन चीजों का नहीं पता आगे जाकर तो मैं और चेक करूँगा. जब एक flow में I'm telling this happens. I've been working with examiners. I know. We human the argument is the way it goes. आगे जाके फिर obviously we do tend to get relaxed. कि हमें पता होता है सीक्वेंस किस तरह जा रही है. Fifth question तक perfectly सही किया है. So knows the concept fine. So first impression, the last impression goes everywhere. Remember that. Okay. I was not referring to the monitor, by the way, in this case. Okay. Anyway, I was not being ironic, was I? Okay. Insert appropriate objects into web page, including text, still images, moving images. Moving images का मतलब होता है GIF. अगर आपको कोई GIF दी जाए, वो animated होती नहीं image, वो क्या है? वो उसको GIF होता है. Computer GIF. Okay. Sound clips. Sound. How do we add a sound clip? Do I have a sound clip? You can record it. Can I just tell you the tag how to insert it? And you can try it home. The tag to insert a sound clip, probably if I want to insert it, let's say below this table, over here, will be em embedded source exactly, and you just type over here is let's say wow.mp3, and you just close the embedded tag. And this is exactly the same way you will insert is the video as well. साउंड इन वीडियो, और वीडियो जब होगी उसमें आप ये कर सकते हो, you can define the width and the height of the video as well. Get my point? Please note it down. So अगर वीडियो होगी तो वीडियो में you may want to define is the width and the height of the video, so you can do it within the tag. So embedded is used for both. Yeah, embedded source.
Send the video would be
Examiner will give you the video. By the way, I made one activity. It's an advanced activity. मैं आप लोगों से शेयर करूंगा एक दो दिन में, जब कंप्लीट कर लेंगे ना, कल इंशाल्लाह कर लेंगे. You do that activity. उसमें सब कुछ है. It's not a pass, it's my activity. अभी तक नहीं आया और मैंने एक्टिविटी बनाई है.
Sir, can we attach the sound without recording?
Any sound, बेटा म्यूजिक फाइल कोई भी साउंड जो फाइल होगी ना.
Sir, like without actually writing it in the code, can we do it from there, like the icons? Graphic line.
नहीं ठीक है.
But if you're trying to
Yes बेटा. If they ask you. But I'll let you know. Coding के थ्री मिलते हैं. Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know. मैं कोडिंग का टेस्ट लिस्ट नो. इतना लंबा कोड तो नहीं है. नहीं, your question is valid. Your question is valid. I'll let you. ठीक है? मैंने कहा क्वेश्चन valid नहीं. Sound clear? Okay. Apply styles. Okay. 5 minutes more. That's it. ठीक है? मैं 5 मिनट और लूँगा. ठीक है? Fine. Apply styles to text within a web page. Done हो गया. Apply styles to list, including ordered list and unordered list. Let me discuss this. This is important. ठीक है? Ordered list and unordered list क्या है? Well, HTML में now there are two ways. If I create this in HTML, I can simply come here and in HTML पहले पता है कि I can have over here UL unordered list type इसकी क्या है, circle, and then I can type over here list. Okay, so list में I can type something, then li में I can type something. अच्छा, li को close करो, बिल्कुल करो, compulsory नहीं है. And then I can close is the li's tags और end पे UL tag close हो गया, ठीक हो गया, right? Then what I do is I define is OL type. And I define, let's say, okay, any A, Roman A, 1, A, capital A, whatever, 1, 2, 3, जो भी लिखना, 1 कर लेते हैं select, and let me just save time. So here you go, and then you close is the OL tag. Now, obviously, if I preview this, you see I have this is an unordered list, and this is the ordered list. Ordered का मतलब है obviously it goes in an order. Unordered does not go in any order. Bullet points are unordered list.
Sir, unordered के लिए क्या होगा?
UL ये देखो ना, UL and OL. I want you to know this. Like the reason why this is बात बड़ा बात सुनो. मैंने embedded वगैरह आपके P1 में you get questions of this sort. Write the code how to do this. Write the code. आते हैं ना question और इसमें पेपर्स में आ रहे हैं. इसी तरह there are certain points सही OL, UL, OL के you should know the code. All the facilities are available over there. But if you remember the procedure and you don't remember the code, you lose the marks in P1 if it comes. You get my point? Okay, so I would. This is why they say students should have a good working knowledge of HTML, right?
Sir, but जो unordered list होती है उसके अंदर कोई symbol वगैरह नहीं होता, but head
नहीं बेटा नहीं. अनऑर्डर्ड लिस्ट में बुलेट पॉइंट्स होते हैं, वर्ड में, पावर पॉइंट में, हर जगह होते हैं, ठीक है? जी, वो आप ये कर सकते हो ना, you can simply select this, right? बेटा सुन लो list and unordered में यहाँ से डिफाइन कर, that is good. मगर मैं obviously थे नंबर लिखने के बजाय रख में कोडिंग में, मगर there is. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Is it clear till here? Audit, unordered list. अच्छा, yes बेटा. अभी जो खोली थी वो बेटा यहाँ से की थी मैंने. I clicked over here. No, you can even do it before. You can just select the list, come into list, come into the properties, what you want to define, bullet list, numbered list, okay, ordered list, unordered list, ठीक है? इसमें आके further define करो, bullet points चाहिए आपको, ठीक है? Square चाहिए आपको, मगर obviously coding is available in process. Or if you want to select numbered list, you can select from here is the default, what do you want, okay? Start the counting from 4. I want to start from third, 2, and you okay? So 2 से start हो रहा है. Anyway, you get the point. Yeah. अच्छा. There is another point I want to discuss. Okay, can you concentrate on a few important points? Let it be the last point. Promise. आज के लिए last point है, very important point. What I'll do something is कि मैं CSS में आऊँगा और इधर आके let me define a tag. And this tag is known as li, the list. ठीक हो गया ये problem? मतलब CSS में I'm defining is the list. तो मैं list में आऊँगा और यहाँ में define कर दूँगा disk. अब मसला ये है कि either I can select this disk or I can either select this decimal. Decimal होता है for ordered list. You get my point? Decimal. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, Roman 1, 2, 3. It comes under the category of decimal. You get my point? So either I can select decimal, yeah, either I can select this. I can't select both of them over here. So no problem. मैं apply कर देता हूँ. And let me just save this and let me come here. अब यहाँ तो सारे ही हो गए ordered list. But the examiner says you have to make sure that your first is your unordered list and the second is your ordered list. मैंने define तो किया हुआ है, तो ये काम क्यों नहीं कर रहा? Because it's attached to CSS और CSS में जो define किया हुआ वो implement इधर हो रहा है और वो implement क्यों पहले हो रहा है? I tell you why. क्योंकि because of this. क्योंकि coding में CSS का tag पहले आ रहा है ना, तो which will have more priority CSS. HTML कोडिंग बाद में आ रही है ना, तो इसका लॉजिक रीजन यही है कि CSS कोडिंग इज कमिंग एट द टॉप, तो वो पहले इम्प्लीमेंट होगा. Now you realize the situation problem का है कि what I have defined in CSS is कुछ और है, what I have defined in HTML कुछ और है. How do we rectify the problem? How do we resolve the problem is कि we'll go into CSS कोडिंग में और इधर आके मैं लिख दूंगा कैसे. I'll save it. I have both of here. Comma. I'll just write this comma decimal. तो जितनी भी डिस्क होंगी, जितने भी decimal type होंगे, सारे के सारे accept हो जाएंगे. Am I clear on this? Did you understand the situation? नहीं समझ आई? देखो बेटा.
नहीं सर.
Can you repeat the decimal? Where did you get that?
Okay. पहले मसला ये था कि we just have over here is disk. We are only defined disk. Since I've attached a CSS file with the HTML file, so since the CSS file is basically being implemented, so it ignores the definition over here. It ignores the definition. It treats them as an unordered list. Why? Because unordered list क्या define हो चुकी है. CSS को priority दे रहे हैं ना. अब how do we resolve the issue? How can we make sure this is my ordered list and this is my unordered list? How can we make? So CSS definition में I need to define both this comma decimal. Decimal is for the ordered list. So CSS में if I have defined both of them will be implemented. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. It's clear now.
Clear, beta?
Thank you.
Right. So we stop over here today. Right? और हम इंशाल्लाह कल कंटिन्यू करेंगे. कल हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे from here. This point.
What is the option to create an image inside the
कल आप इसी क्वेश्चन नोट डाउन करना कल इसी से स्टार्ट मगर स्लो एंड स्टडी एक एक मॉड्यूल करना बड़ा अच्छा रहेगा और नेट भी बैठे टेबल के अंदर हो जाएगा अच्छा कल ऐसा करेंगे कल मैं साउंड क्लिप अपने लैपटॉप में निकाल के रखूंगा सो दैट यू कैन एक्सपेरिमेंट मोर
Sir, should we practice a paper regarding this?
I suggest कि आज आप इसको इन पॉइंट्स को पहले देख लो once I finish everything tomorrow फिर आप कर लेना क्या क्या आ रहा है
Okay, sir.
What is it? पहले पॉइंट्स कर दो ओके बेटा ऑल ऑफ यू आई एम साइनिंग ऑफ
Okay, sir. Thank you, Allah Hafiz.
Officer.
It's